What's up, everybody? Welcome to the stream. We are going to talk about the Showtime signing, who I'm leaning towards, and we're going to get some games in to prep for the new phase. As you've seen here, we didn't go too deep into it in this eFootball league. We went, I believe, on 4-11, and the latest game had some good goals. It was like a shootout. But what I did in that last game is I tried to go quick counter again just to see the difference now that I'm more familiar with long ball counter. And you definitely are vulnerable defensively. I scored, 3-4 goals, let up like 8. And I'm almost positive if I had played long ball counter, I could have won that game. It was just very, very hard defensively when the full team's pushed up so high and you have so many players going forward. There was just too many opportunities for the opponent to counterattack me and just have numbers that I could not defend. Let me see that last game. I think I left it early. I did. I left it early, so it just shows up as... wow, so it gives him his 8, but since I left, it doesn't give me any. But that game was literally 8-4. I have the 4 goals saved, though, so at least you could see them. And then this 1-0 game, literally this opponent played so defensive. I was actually quite impressed. Wasn't the best player. His goal was just kind of a nonsense, run-of-the-mill, whatever you want to call it. It wasn't like a great goal. But I had the majority of the play, and I just could not break down his defensive setup. It was pretty solid. It really is making me consider going to 2 defensive midfielders, 2 anchormen, for this new season, because I think that's where I'm at, and that's kind of what I wanted to do in this session. So let me get into chat first of all. Alright, so let me get in here. I know a lot of people watch these later, but I like to stay in just in case, so I don't miss anything, in case people are in here. There's some awesome eFootball players that are willing to help out that have really helped me along the way, so I like to send chat. So, alright, so here's where I'm at. Right now, what I noticed as we go into this new phase, which starts, I think it's like 8 o'clock tonight. Maldini, brilliant. Okay, but I don't like him just on the left side. I want to potentially move him into center back. However, I'm going to keep working skills. I'll show you what I mean. Here's the skills I have so far. I literally wasted so many on him. I had like 4. This one's a waste. Sombrero, waste. Penalty, I don't know, waste, obviously. I'm probably coping there by saying it could be useful. Low lofted pass, this is actually really good. It comes in handy big time when you're trying to drive that ball across the field. So this one's a good one. The rest of these can be replaced, right? This is more just vanity type of pass, right? Sombrero could be good for like a winger, not him. Penalty, when will Maldini take penalties, right? Maybe one of those penalty shootout competitions. But let's see, where does it say penalties? Does it have it somewhere? Like, doesn't even have it. He's just good at penalties now, I guess. There's no penalty stat unless I'm missing it. No. So, but what he needs is, as you see right here, so he's got great boosts. Shutdown and defending are great boosts. He does not have aerial dominance or whatever it's called, which can be a problem. Like, I put him at center back, and then he faces, a Holland or somebody like that. Aerial superiority, he can be in trouble. So that's definitely an area where if I can get that, I'll keep using skills on him until I can get that. Van Dijk's excellent. Hermoso, he's decent. Honestly, probably better going. I like Arojo better. I like Rojo better, honestly. Caicedo has actually been a good right back. This is from that kind of switch up promo they did. But as a defensive fullback, Moises Caicedo is good. I had Frimpong back there, but he was just not the best on the defensive part. Like the man marking, interception, like Caicedo does a good job with that. And I like how he can move into here. Defensive fullback. But you see where he could come in and be fine in this defensive midfielder spot. Right? Where is Pep? Oh. And I could put somebody else wing back. But you see here, I have an anchor man. So what I want to do is focus on this, and then Guardiola, this. And he's an orchestrator, defensive awareness. So this could work out here, right? Let me see his too. Passing and hard worker. So that's not bad, but he's more like the go-to passer. But I have one anchor man back there at least. We'll see how it works out, but I might have to switch that. Now this is where I may need to get an attacking midfielder there. But David Villa does do a good job here. He's just a pure goal scorer, man. He really is. Let me see what does his passing look like. But I really want to focus on this season and see how I do. There we go, okay. Passing's very bad. Okay. Maybe move Mbappe out wide right. Have Vinny and Mbappe, and then look for a new striker. I might look at that new $5, what's his name? Torre. But I want to wait for the new release before I do something like that. I also have the ability to put Frank Ribery, who's actually good. You know what I should do? I think this is what I'm going to do. Boom. Boom. And then, boom. Is Villa the fastest? No. But this right here, I think is like the best. Because Ribery has a lot of times where he gets the ball in this area and sprays them out. Now, let me see how close I can go. Left wing forward. He is much better at left wing forward. And have you cheating in. I think I'm going to try that. So we'll go down the left side. We won't really have as much of a right side. Mbappe playing in the seams. Ooh, I kind of like rowing flank. But his abilities are lit up right there. I kind of like them. Let me try this out. Let me see something here. Because when I play these players up, having him kind of at this angle could help. Center forward, shadow striker. Let's just see here. More narrow, maybe a little wide. Whoop. I don't know how exact it's got to be, but I'm kind of OCD, you know. So this is what I'm going to look for. True 4-2-1-3. Almost looks up here like that false 9 formation. You know what I mean? So we'll see how that goes. Is there anybody else I wanted to try? No, we should be good. Franck Ribery. He's got striker's instinct and technique. So that's good. David Villa's got 2 good ones too now, shooting and agility. He's actually really good. He's just not that fast. So that's why if I play him more withdrawn, that could help. So we'll see how that goes, but we'll use it as practice as we wait for tonight, which the new season kind of starts up. Let me see something real quick. Yeah, so the only player that I'd be eyeing to then move into that striker role would be that Mbappe with the blitz curler, but he can also play winger. This player right here, this one, man, it would be nice to get him. He can also play the wing, obviously. That juiced up Mbappe with a boost. Alright, and then right here, as you can see, sign 5 of those, sign 1. So if you look at contracts, not contracts, if you look at missions, objectives, 2 more. So they keep pushing up the goal line, though. That's what I don't like about this. So log in the game, it was 4 times. Now I'm at 5 and added, now it's 7. So I'm hoping at the end of these 2 and at the end of whenever they give me these 2, clear objectives. So if it's 8 out of 10, I'm assuming I have to do this 2 more times, clear objectives, then I can get my signing. Which, by the way, here's what I'm looking at for signings. I want to show you guys that too. Where is it at? Where I can show you the actual players. Okay, so the players, you have a phenomenal finishing Kolo Muani. So that could be my center forward with David Villa as a dummy runner, kind of pulling defenders away, right? Probably not going Bastoni, although I do kind of need someone with Van Dijk. But I think I can get somebody like, I even like Van de Ven and stuff. We'll see how Rojo does. I've used him in that Barcelona challenge and really liked him. Defensive mid, he's got visionary passer, Amrabat, and then phenomenal pass. Amrabat, I'm going to be honest, I'm not going to go for him. But right mid, if I put Gnabry over there on the right, then I want somebody good at heading up top. So I may go that Kolo Muani and then, to play up in the center with David Villa. We'll have to see. Or I may go the Gnabry. I don't know. It's a tough call. It's hard to get rid of Mbappe or Vinny. But that's kind of where I'm at right now. I'm going to see how this goes, though. Let's see how this plays. Team event, dream. See awards. Okay. Include 23 players from the following teams. Okay, you have to have 23 from that team. I don't want to do that. I want to play with my regular team. So let's go into eFootball League. See how rusty we really are. One second. All right. Let's see. See, that's what, just quick little soapbox thing. So, 1 o'clock every day, new content for FC comes out. So let me give you a little update. It's Bremer's actual birthday. So we're waiting all this time for this one signing, which I'm glad they're doing stuff like this in eFootball, but you got the signing, then you got these players you can go put your money in if you want to get like the new Blitz Curler Mbappe. Well, in the meantime, you have all these. I'm grinding for like a throwback Cristiano. Then you have the Bremer's actual birthday, so you have an option of doing a pretty sick SBC card, so you can get a new center back right away. Then you have this Madison Cam version that looks pretty good. Then you have evolutions, and my point is, it's just if eFootball ever wants to, they're a totally unique game, but if they truly want to keep players engaged at the level FC does, which is why they have so many more players than any other football game, they need to do more of these type of signings. I'm not saying every player has to be a boosted player or even OP, but just somebody like for the free-to-play players that could possibly jump in their lineup or at least be a sub, you know? Just stuff to grind for. I had to go back to the blimp. By the way, I can't do that camera angle where you can't see everything. I feel like in eFootball it's too important. So we're playing another Division 3 player, but looks definitely like he's got some badges like he's played before. I don't know. We'll see. Settings. Wish I could do my controller changes here, but I'll probably have to wait for that. Alright, jerseys are fine. Game plan. Alright, perfect. Alright, so he's got the Torres. We'll see how he does, because I'm kind of looking at him. He's got a very similar setup. I'll tell you what I'm going to do because of the way he's set up is man mark. We'll see how Araujo handles him. I like Van Dijk being free because I like his positioning. Oh, man mark Araujo on Torres. He is okay. Alright, so that's what we're going to see how David Villa withdrawn a little bit, how that looks on paper. On paper it looks good. We'll see how it looks. My goal is to get the ball up to my wings, cut back to David Villa, possibly work it up through that middle area through Ribéry as well, out to the wings, then into the middle.
A special place in the minds of the footballing
so it'd be like, work it up, Ribéry turns, plays out wide goes to the middle to David Villa, David Villa takes a shot. Let's see if it works out like that.
Perfect backdrop for the players to walk out to. Red is the colour, the only colour. We bring you this game, of course, from Old Trafford, Manchester. The action has already started. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Oh, that's a key interception. So, Jim, tell me this, who are you looking for in particular here?
Well, Peter, I don't think you're going to get many defenders who are as good as this fella, Koundé, when it comes to building from the back.
Good, nice and smart.
He's always boasted impressive forward passes, where you see him hit the front line with diagonals, switch play. He's got a great, varied passing game, but I really have been surprised at how good a ball carrier he is.
Okay, interesting. Lovely ball and a real chance now. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball.
Come back.
Well, it seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse and slipped into tunnel vision, because he had good options around him and he failed to get his head up.
Good.
Oh, no, what has happened here? He just the keeper's
there it is. Huge. One thing I like about this Probably have my two players pinched in at center forward and shadow striker on the wings, Vinny, and Mbappe is there in perfect position to intercept now. I can't go crazy because I've gotten up before, then I, you know, act like something's accomplished, and then they come like this.
They didn't envisage that. Pedri driving
Good D.
forwards.
He tried to be too short. Ah, shit. Hopefully he's not good at free kicks.
Too many more chances. Well, it was deliberate, it was cynical, and you have to understand the frustration of being denied a clear opportunity.
We'll
but
see
it
if
had
he's
to be
good
done.
at the free kicks.
Guardiola is Guardiola!
Good. I feel like the jump I did blocked that. Let's see. Oh, he's not going to show it. I think it did.
And we have our very first corner.
Yep.
Guardiola
Good.
plays it short. And now they can spring out of defence. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Nico Williams.
Good tackle. Come to. Good. Turn out.
Good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. He's had it nicked away. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be.
Good and go. Good ball.
Lofted through here. That's been intercepted. Guti. Nico Williams in acres of space out wide.
Good tackle, dude. Great tackle, Van Dijk. See, Van Dijk, man. People have always told me, oh, he's nothing special. His regular card isn't nothing special in this game. And I'm not saying there's not better ones, but man, he's awesome to me. He makes so many of those big tackles.
David Villa, and the counter is on.
Oh, you're through.
Ribéry, and he's got the
oh, I shouldn't have. That was terrible dribbling by me. I took my touch towards him on accident. That was just bad left stick. Oh, Guardiola with the moves.
Guardiola takes control of it and he's on the move. Pedri. Half an hour played now.
Good.
Guardiola did well
to through
with the ball.
Just gotta
contest to keep an eye
place
on.
It right.
Guti. Nico Williams. Possession football, Jim. We're seeing plenty of it. What is it, though, that really makes it work?
Well, for me, what makes it work is the fact that everyone in this team has the courage to show
there you go. All right.
You can't shy away from it. You can't
now
hide.
You're through again.
You have to front up in a setup like this, and everyone is doing just that.
You make it sound so simple.
Feet.
Mbappe bumps him off it and wins back the ball.
We'll take it. Good.
Guardiola.
I tried to move fast, but wouldn't move fast enough.
Nico Williams. He's got the shot away.
Good save, Donnarumma.
Terrific save from the keeper.
Lamine Yamal really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Oh, nicely intercepted.
Forcing it.
Just 5
minutes
minutes left until the break.
There.
Look, it's a run defence is dislike, but the timing has to be spot on.
Come to. Good.
Vinicius Junior. And it's Guardiola. It's good running with the ball.
Trying to create something, but
Guti.
Good tackle. I say it, I'm telling you, man. Cheap beast. It's that play roll reversal.
Once more, he proves rigid and robust. Oh, that's fabulous. Nico Williams proves just...
Perfect. All right, halftime. Held them well. We need another one. We can't sit on 1-0, obviously.
So far, it has been competitive and combative throughout. Some first-half thoughts?
At least, Peter, not conceding another goal has kept them in this game, and they can up their response in this second half.
Manchester United come off having scored the only goal of the game so far. It's been tight, it's been exciting, and there is certainly plenty for us to chew on during the break.
Let's keep it going. Keep moving quick. Just don't give him nothing in the back.
There's the start of the second half. Manchester United.
Yeah, I said it earlier, but I switched to quick counter back, which I started with, and then when I switched, it helped me a lot. And I also learned a lot about the game since then, so I wanted to try it. And once I tried it earlier, I realized just how vulnerable you are in the back when you play that quick counter.
Pedri. Real chance.
Man, he's getting some shots off. See?
He scored.
That's what happens.
Bayern Munich are all square. And that was as close to certain as can be.
Well, look, he moves and manufactures in unique fashion. This guy is sheer class.
Great.
Bayern Munich. Williams.
What? Why did my defender stop though? That's what I don't get.
Take, but that is where it stopped.
It's
Right,
easy to
let's
say
see what
it,
we
but
got
difficult
here.
to stop it
Let's see
when runs in
something.
behind are being made like that.
Maldini. That's a little off target. He's a sharp little ball here. Goalkeeper's ball.
Good, come on.
And no, that is pretty
I tried
much
to
the
flick
end
it
of
to
that.
myself. That was good.
Williams. Oh, he's seen that early. He used a certain sixth sense.
Oh gosh, dang it.
Manchester United really just need to be careful for the next 10 minutes or so, deal with the pressure and come again.
You're through.
Oh,
Oh,
that was never going to make it. Bayern Munich looking to pass their way through.
oh no.
That's really well manoeuvred. And it's Guti. And he's in on goal. And the
Good
ball's
block.
come loose here. Quarter of an hour into the second half.
Good. You're through.
Vinicius Junior.
They want to be quick here. It's
Good, come
breakaway
on.
time.
He has found a way through.
That post.
He's
There it
going
is.
for goal.
Right, Adam Pep.
There was plenty of power
Really?
on that. Works it forward.
Come on, you can win this. Win that header.
He's herring after that one.
There it
Well,
is
it
again.
just petered out. No penetration at all, having had a great deal
yeah,
of the
of
ball.
course.
Nico Williams. Caicedo promptly onto that, and that is that.
Good ball.
They can break here. David Villa.
I don't like how he just stands there. That's a
Oh, red.
silly
Nice
part. That's not,
interception.
you know what I mean?
Ribery. Well seen. Saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Guardiola. Oh, well played, well
come to.
sorted out. Guardiola. DiMarco. Pedri. David Villa. Guardiola.
You're
Well,
in.
that's well
Oh,
spotted.
can't get any of those to squeeze by.
Closing in on the last quarter of an hour. Yamal.
Good. Come on.
Koundé.
Come on,
got
Vinny.
a long way
Turn
forward
on.
to join the attack.
Ah,
That
not
was
what I
good
wanted there.
alertness. And that interception was
Can't squeeze that
most
by.
necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
They'll have one final crack at it. He's found a way through. Decent hit!
Good.
Oh, that was nice, but not
We're getting
quite
close to the
end
end here.
required.
Well, there are a few pockets of space that are being exploited, and they need filling.
Come down to a
and
big
fast.
play.
Vinicius Junior, number 23, Ribery, number 18, David Villa. Coming on the field, number 9, Erling Haaland, number 8, Bellingham, number 21, Dembele.
Let's see what we got. Come on, Holland. Trying to get Holland with a one-timer. Where's Holland at, by the way? Right there.
Munich
I do like a big
introduce
striker
the
up there
first
for
of
these
their
headers and
substitutes.
stuff. I will say that. I do miss that, so going for a Fernando
Smartly
Torres
reclaimed.
wouldn't be a bad idea. Good.
Caicedo.
Don't you just love the level of intensity here? Neither is prepared to back down, and to be honest, that's how it should be.
Come to,
It's clear
man.
to see that he is not at all happy with that.
That just required a bit more
Come on,
oomph
good.
to reach its target.
What the fudge happened there?
Oh, he's found support out wide. And it's Messi. Koundé receives it in a wide position. He's gone for goal!
Good
Well, now
save.
it's a race for the ball. Oh, he's been caught on it here. Now it's Messi. Opts to play it back.
Come on. Good.
You
Come on, Holland.
wonder if that's it now, but there may be one more opportunity, Peter, for a late steal here.
Haaland was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless.
Offsides.
Now
Good.
it's Bellingham. And the assistant
Alright, come on,
referee
if I
has
can
his
win
flag
this
raised
flick on.
for offside.
See if I can get this flick on to Holland. There it is. Come on. How wide to Vinny?
And here's Mbappe, Messi, and Messi!
Of course. That's how the game goes.
Yes, it's there!
Yeah, I'm in the stream on that.
Has raised
So,
the roof.
I don't know. I can't do it.
There's always a chance
I
of being
can't do
caught
it. I
like that
tried,
when you surrender
but
the
it
football.
just... You guys who like this game, man, it's just too... There's zero this dude did the whole time except for try to literally... I mean, there was zero skill in that game, let's be honest. And I'm not saying there aren't certain players that play this at will, but you see the passes you want in this game, you can't do it. You see the defensive, like, you see where the player's going, you can't do anything about it. You know what I mean? So then, I don't blame those players, and I talked to one person that just literally put it in the air the entire time. So he would go up 1-0 and just clear it in the air. Or he would kick it in the air to either he had Holland and Sorloth, I think, and he's like, well, that's the only way. I don't blame him. Now, I'm not saying there aren't like a small number of players in this, vastly, Japanese, Middle Eastern heavy game. But there's no way players really, and you guys say in the comment section, I mean, I'm sure you guys are just football game like watching. But if any of you are true eFootball fans, like I wish Galfano was in here. Bro, that was the most pointless waste of time ever. And the reason why I say that is because why not go play FC, right? Where all I would have done there is literally pass it on the ground out of the back and play it up. But you can't do that in eFootball because he's on pressure, right? And then he's got the whole middle shut down. So we basically both had a 4-2-1-3. There's zero manual input. So if I try to play in the middle, it goes into his two DMs. If he tries to play in the middle, it goes into mine, and then all you get is me trying to kick it in the air to Holland to flick on, and then I lose the flick on. He plays one pass and hits a, 25, 30-yard shot, which the shots in this game are so ridiculously dumb. So I want to talk to somebody that's like really fan of this game, like a Galfano, because to me, with all due respect to eFootball players, I truly think this is a game for the players who aren't very good at, don't have the fastest reactions and aren't very good at manually making decisions. Otherwise, there's no way you would play this over FC. For one, I've been waiting how many days has it been? Like a week? I'm waiting a week to sign a freaking Kolo Muani, a Serge Gnabry, a Bastoni, an Amrabat, or a Chi. I only get one of those 5. I can literally go into FC right now and there's a Kolo Muani I could buy with coins that's amazing. Then there is 2 Kolo Muanis available right now, one Evolution and another one in an SBC. Right? There's a Brimmer, not Bastoni, but there has been in the past. There's a Brimmer. You can get 2 different versions of a good Brimmer. right? And then there's a million. You can go get Ruud Hullet right now on the SB. See, I'm working on a flashback Ronaldo. Here, I'm waiting freaking 17 years to get a Colo, a Bastoni, a Nabry, or an Armorbot. And then, other than that, it's just these low-level players that aren't even cracking my starting lineup from France, Germany, or Italy, you know? I don't know. But the reason I say that is because then it's like, okay, well, at least if the gameplay's awesome, then let's play. Because trust me, look, I can go in. I'll even do it just to show you what I'm talking about. I know that when I'm in there, I'm playing like Division 3 players or whatever. But that dude didn't have any skill. You can tell by the decision making. You know what I mean? Like, there was no skill in what we just did there. And just to show you that I can play at these, like, in this game and win, and I'll still say the same thing. I'll pick, let's see, who's a team? I'm always a Man United fan, so let's go Man United. You know what? Let's make it interesting. Let's go. Who's some players that I want to try from the Premier League? Who's a striker that I would like to try? Let's look. Let's go Chelsea. I like that. Wait, use Chelsea B. The fuck does that mean? I can deal with all this like 1942 like fake like the old school menus and the fake shields that remind me of 05, 06 because it's kind of nostalgic. So I don't care about that part. Let me see. But the game overall, I try and I try and I try. I never can figure out why players would suffer through this game. So why on earth is this Chelsea B then? That makes no sense. Whatever though. And the last little gripe I'll say is I was trying to show like different ways that these different games like promote their game. Dude, you go to eFootballs, it's all Japanese or Korean or what I don't even Middle Eastern, or sorry, Asian, not Middle Eastern, Asian like specific. It's kind of like UFL. They had this big event. They didn't even have an English broadcast yesterday, and it was a Portugal powered by Cristiano Ronaldo thing. All Portuguese players, I'm assuming. I couldn't tell because it was in Portuguese. But dude, all they had to do was hire one English broadcaster, dude, and they would have all UFL players watching that. Same with eFootball, man. Like I don't know. Either of them are very good at all at hitting the main market. So it's almost like, are they fine with not being anywhere near the top? Because they're so distant second. Like eFootball, if you look at the beginning of my channel, I was like, dude, we have a brand new game. Finally something other than FC. I never even looked at eFootball as even there. I never even, the only reason I have given it a chance, and I like the details in the game, I really respect the skill set stuff and the different coaches give. I really wish FC would adopt that. I love those details. I'm a football gaming nerd, so I love all that. I love the pregame planning. Everything about this game is good until you actually get into the actual playing on the field. Then it gets a little wonky. Alright, so why didn't it let me use... Oh, as long as it's Premier League. Okay. Alright. So he clearly out-teams me. Let's just see how it goes on game plan. Ooh, I kind of like that how it went all big guys because I have them in the center. It's like almost like a... Yeah, it can be such a shit game. It can be very rewarding, but it can be a shit game too. FC, the most disappointing part of FC is 1,000%. The disappointing part of FC is 1,000% the servers. The servers over there are terrible. Whatever eFootball is doing, I would take, like, if I could go with the perfect game, like just like I did a video on this a while ago, but without trying to be more fair where I'm putting all 3 games in, I would take nothing from UFL. From eFootball, I really like their through ball mechanics, the timing of it, and like all that. Although what I don't like, if you could manually call players too, so I wouldn't say passing as a whole, I would say like the actual through ball mechanics, like the weight of it and everything like that. And like the shooting would definitely come from FC. Tackling from eFootball, I love the clean tackles. The no tackle back thing is cool. They need to make it a little less like that whole cooldown where the player stands there like he's frozen. They need to kind of change that and make that a little bit different. But
the action has already started.
There are certain elements, like now that I know to turn with the right stick,
fresh hostilities.
That's a little bit better, but nothing beats the responsiveness of FC. So you'd have to go dribbling from FC.
Well,
oh, squeeze that through. That was Cole Palmer, wasn't it? Was that?
There will be a throw-in.
Who was that on the ball there? I'll have to check. Good.
In with the challenge. Odegaard. Played into space out wide.
Oh, great feet, that.
Now it's Rice. Rice showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Oh, good read.
He read that really well. And
there's only so much of this game you can take because,
want to capitalize on now.
Like, look, I'm on a 4-on-1. Every one of my players run away. I understand that's because of my because I'm on long ball counter, but it doesn't matter, dude. Like, I want long ball counter overall, but it doesn't mean like certain plays. I don't want certain players not running away from the ball. So you're telling me if I still want through balls, but I also want certain times when my players are showing too, what? I got to play possession? Because that was silly. That was 4-2. All I would have done there if my players weren't making like the right runs, I would have literally just manually called at least 1-2, and then that's a goal right there. You know, that's silly. That's not skill. That's nonsense. You're on a 4-on-2. All of your players are running away from the ball, and there's no way I can manually switch to them to call even just 1 to the ball.
It's gone out for a throw-in.
So stupid, dude.
Szoboszlai. And he's gone backward here.
Runs behind the players. I mean, it's just a dumb game, man. This game can be so stupid. So look here. I have a player standing up there behind the defender. Wide open pass. I can't manually switch to him to make him run outside of the defender. So just like right here, if I have the ball with Holland right here, and I want to play that pass to my wingback, all I do in FC, look, I click over to my wingback and run him 2 feet up, right? Here, he puts like his pressure on or whatever the fudge it is, and then literally like, okay, I have a clear pass to my wing mid, but I can't manually run him, and my AI is not smart enough to pass around him, so instead, ball goes to my opponent, and he takes one of those 40-yard shots, and then it's 1-0. Like, dude, that's no skill. Now, for those of you who are interested to see what I mean, the other side of it, after this game, I will be streaming FC, which is what I always go to, right? And I never just kiss FC's ass. Their servers suck very badly. They've had it for years. They cannot seem to figure out whatever eFootball's figured out and whatever, you know, many other games have figured out, because their gameplay is terribly inconsistent. It's a well-known fact. But you know, that's not an in-game thing. That's not a, let's call it, on-pitch issue. On the pitch, post-patch, they did great. Pre-patch was terrible, but
that's the end of that. It all started well enough.
That's why I wanted Galfano to get on, because I saw a post. It was funny, but it didn't really make sense. He put FC 25 defenders. And for those of you who don't know, Galfano's a great dude. That he's kind of the one who plays eFootball. They kind of talked me into playing, and I'm glad he did. Don't get me wrong, but there is a lot of dumb stuff. Like if you're looking at the numbers, you're like, okay. Once you play FC and then play this, you're like, okay, I get why this isn't a total bust like UFL, but on the other end, I also get why it's not even close to touching FC player base wise. You know, it's a very, 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 very distant second. And then, but what I want to ask Galfano is like the defending. He showed like the movement, kind of laughing at the movement of the defenders in FC, but I like the movement because you're not like moving like a truck. Now I like eFootball's movement to an extent. And I'll show you what I mean by that. You have to press. You can't just jockey regular. You have to press like to keep up with them. Right? Like, look, I'm jockeying here. Well, now he passed it in me. Same kind of thing though. His players running away and he just forced the pass. But when I go to make that tackle, you got to do that X thing to like run at him, you know. Unless I'm wrong, and that's where I want to ask. And it's like, what defenders do that every time they tackle? No defenders all of a sudden like do a little whatever they call it pressure, but it's literally like a speed boost if you think about it. Like right now, if I hold X, you know, that's like it's called the pressure button, but it doesn't make sense to me. You can't like jockey and then sprint jockey, you know what I mean? It's like pressure, which is just running at the player. But in football, you're jockeying, and then maybe you're jockeying a little faster, which in FC would be called sprint jockey, right? I don't get why you can't do that. It's kind of less realistic. No defenders just run at the attacker to win the ball.
Being behind at the break isn't ideal, but there's plenty of time to reply.
Like right there. Right there. What on earth was that, Jackson? You're telling me that a striker in real life is going to see a ball parallel to him and just keep running forward? Well, I was on a run. No, he's going to come back to it. See that right stick turn? Once you get that down, that's huge. That's one thing I do love. The realism and like the little movements, if they could add that. FC has it to an extent too, though. Like some of their flicks and stuff are amazing. But I do like I'd say the right stick in eFootball is very similar to the left stick in FC, where you can make these subtle little movements that make it look realistic. And the better the players are, the more agile, the more nifty they are, the cooler the little turns and stuff they do. Oh shoot, why did he miss that?
Gently done.
I did super cancel.
Support out wide. He has found the way through. That's good defending, very good defending.
I thought about cutting it, but Jackson's stiff as a board. I should have fake shot it. But see the weight of that through ball, I love that. Like it's like perfectly ran onto it, the timing. You can get that in FC though too. Honestly, I'm kind of reaching. I'm not gonna lie. I'm kind of reaching to be like nice eFootball, but
and the answers need to be found in a hurry.
I just challenge you 5 to come watch after this. Now, some players are pointing out, well, dude, it's like 7-5 in FC. But you get why, right? People aren't understanding. Manual defending. There is no X button where you lock that chases. Like, watch, I hold X, and it just automatically locks onto wherever the ball is and goes right at the player. Nope, in FC, you have to jockey, sprint jockey, run, learn to do whichever ones, and then learn to actually manually tackle. There is no button. Even if you press the AI assistance R1, it's not gonna tackle for you. Get through.
Arsenal can breathe again. Just.
Yeah, they showed a vulnerability until the move was stifled. That'll have stirred a little concern.
Good spot. He's seen the run. He's had a hit. And kept out by the most elastic.
So I'm going to try to prove like what I mean about the no skill thing.
That's very well played.
Alright, so yep. So I couldn't get the pass fast enough. Come on, Holland, you're through. It didn't go to the right guy, but I'll take it. That's such a lanky goal. But yeah, so I just want to show, even if I win, it's the same thing. Like, I can't express myself in this game, right? I can't express my knowledge. I can't express, like, how I want to play football exactly.
Yeah, it's mystifying that a player of his talent wasn't picked up sooner, and he picked them off instead.
That has certainly made things interesting.
I could fix this problem for him so easily.
Peter, when you've got two strong teams,
he's too heavy. He's too front heavy right now.
Should all come down to finishing.
He's too front heavy. So what I'm going to do is get it back, like to my keeper, or where it's not where I know he's not going to run and clean my clock and just win it and run through me like he's trying. And then he's not going to be able to do anything.
Now it's Son Heung-min. Big header. Oh, nearly.
He's front heavy. Watch this one.
That is a really good chance missed, Peter. Certainly the way he's been playing.
Head flick. Head flick. Good. Now through Holland.
A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Quality deserted them when they really needed it.
Offsides.
Oh, he's managed to get himself offside.
He's front heavy, so watch this. Leaves the ball. Flick on. Gotta flick it on. Good. Good. You're through now. Oh, he waited too long. 2-0. Perfect. See, he has too many players, so all I had to do was look, flick over his thing. Look at his hole. That's huge. Huge hole. So yeah, it's not just me winning that makes me like, oh, man, this game, you know, I can, or losing, I mean, I can win the game. It doesn't change anything. It's just very. You can definitely not have very good football skill and be good at eFootball. That's my truthful thought. And then, like, for FC, you used to be able to because of how many exploits there were. Now, they've gotten rid of them all. That's why you see the 7-4, 7-5 scores, because it's all manual defense. Good, turn it.
Well, you would hope for some movement off the bench, Peter, knowing you get an extra sub in extra time.
Wide. Good, now you're through. Cut back post. Good, header finish. What on the freaking earth? Am I need like a coach on that, because my headers are always those lofty little weird headers. See, I can move like when I'm playing players in these events, like whatever, not those players that know exactly like.
That looks a decent
I just call them the lower,
really added the width
skilled players, whatever. I get the mechanics of the game is my point. I wanted to show you guys that. Like, I see what it takes to move the ball and get like some pretty football going. I see that super cancel can pull the player back. So it's not that I don't know any of that. It's just
the question now is whether they can sustain.
Still lacks fluidity.
Substitution on the field.
This could well be defining when you're looking back on events.
He's having a good look here.
Coming on the field, number 18,
Summer slide!
Number 35.
Shout out Justin Bieber. He looks like a crackhead right now. I don't know if you guys pay attention, but I got daughters and stuff, so I see that stuff.
That's the job.
Dude looks like a crackhead. Still could pull any girl in the entire world, married or not. I'm just saying, he looks like, oh crap.
Good ball. Nkunku. Pedro Neto.
Turn it back. Dang, body. And that's the other thing I know, like, if your player has, like, low physicals, like, doesn't like contact or whatever, okay, I get it. Like, you have to work with the AI in this game. I totally understand that.
Challenge just a bit on the firm side.
But there ain't no player that's just gonna, oh well, I don't like physical contact and move over. That's kind of how they have it when you have one of those. That's why people are saying for that new signing, don't take the edge crossing Nabry, even though it seems like, I know that's an OP like
that is good alertness.
Player stat.
He's picked his way through.
But they say that because he's got that low physical whatever, he just gets like you know, blow air at him and he gets knocked off the ball. And I can tell that's true. Based on other players.
Very nearly seen out.
Good.
I think we're just about
yeah,
done
so
here.
See, like when I'm playing other teams, I know how to make it look pretty. It's just the speed of play against those better players. Come on, Coop. Ooh, good try.
Now, who's going to be first to this?
He thought I was going to trail it.
There will be 3 minutes at a time.
Nice little skill move. I win these events every time, man. It's just that Division 3 up. You got those players that just know how to do that little nuances. I couldn't see nothing with the scoreboard.
That was not it. And the number on the board is 3. That has ended up in no man's land.
Alright, it's E for me.
Perfect outcome. A test
I'll go ahead and finish this event on stream, you know. Moving on. So that's what I have to get used to. I know tonight the what's it called, resets. What do you call that? Alright, if I win this event, I'm gonna put $20 into trying to get that a player just for the stream. Just throw a cool 20 in. But I know I go back to probably like from Division 3, I'm assuming I'll go like Division 5, maybe even 6, I don't know. So it'll be not too bad there. I know I can dominate like I do in these events versus most players. Thing I don't like is once you get to like Division 3 through 1, there's some amazing players that do make the game look more smooth than it is, right? However, there's those other players that aren't good at that. They just know those little nuances. I've played the players that just play the ball in the air, like I said, and have aerial beasts, like Boosted Holland, Sorloss and stuff. They win every flick on, then hit 30-yard bombs. I've played the players who had Beckham, the edge crossing Beckham, who just played crosses. I was able to come back and beat that guy. That was one of the most satisfying wins I've had in eFootball. Oh, I've played the players who go to the end line and just play the ball across, and they have a center back rushing down the middle, unmarked. They have him on that setting. I know, like, that Jinsu or Minsu or whatever his name is. I think his name's Jinsu, whatever, the top player in the world. That's like part of his tactics. He plays a 4-2-4 with a center back that goes rushing up. Or no, it's a Rojo, a juiced up Rojo that's at right back that he pushes into center back. So he has a left back and then like 3 center backs basically.
Have a look at this. It is what you anticipate here these days in London North 7. An undulating red and white wave, an Arsenal wave.
This is what I wanted to change. I'm going to go with. Let's just with passer and power next. I'm going to go back. I'm going to go down to level 2 and try how that is. Level 2, I didn't like how I was like kind of passing at that defender. This kind of has that UFL issue when you're playing balls. Like, dude, if I got attacker and I got space and it's like, you know that you just have to put a little bit of physics to the pass. Like real life, you're not going to pass it right at the defender. If the game will let you move your player, especially, then the game should do that part for you.
Alexander-Arnold, played right into his path. And a header!
That should have been a goal. He wasn't marked at all.
Harmlessly behind.
That's that low cross, which I got with Maldini. Oh, I've been wanting to practice that low lofted. Let me see how this works, by the way. Oh, I don't got Maldini in. Damn it. Why does this dude keep pausing? I do like my strikers playing in this Seymour. There, see, like he played that perfectly. Now maybe it's because it's Cole Palmer, right? It's an AI heavy game, so they're saying like, oh, well, Cole Palmer, that's who you need to play a good pass in that situation. I don't know.
Versatility, his attitude, and his cleverness around the pitch.
Another through ball, good. Out wide, good. Now the middle. See, like that's the what I'm looking for.
To see him as part of a front three. I think he operates best in that
area.
In
the middle. Out wide, then back down the
middle.
middle.
That has anything to do with you being a defender once upon a time, Jim.
Good, lay back and then through.
Jackson.
Oh, come on, Jackson.
Jackson unable to make it happen for all his good intentions.
Good sucker.
Odegaard with the challenge, and he has given away a free kick. I wonder what you've seen, Jim, over the moments of the game.
Well, neither side has really grabbed the initiative, I would say, but
got a shot away.
Ooh. Got too much on it.
That is high.
Yeah, but you only need to look across to the sideline to see what one makes of that, Peter.
Saka. Szoboszlai. Out of play for a throw.
Alright, so Jockey until I get a chance. Silliness.
Jackson.
Flick it on. Good.
And it's played forward. Szoboszlai. He's in plenty of space here.
What the fuck? Fudge was that? That was in the foul?
In a trice. Now it's Haaland.
Damn, knocked off the ball.
He's looking to set free a
Okay,
runner.
what the F?
And he's managed to get free.
Good.
Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves
play
the
it just
contest.
a little wider, man. Why would you play that? There's no way.
The pressing's intense, and it's
Play
paid
that
off.
angle. Good.
Well, that's beautifully weighted.
Good cut.
Well
then it was a little too slow on the pass.
He won't be happy with that one. Pedro Neto. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement.
Fudge.
Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined.
Good. That's that pressure button with that speed boost. In eFOOTBAll, if you're a defender,
speed is slippery.
You get a speed boost, you know.
Hold on this time. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Oh, that just required a bit more oomph to reach its target.
Good overlap. See, super realistic overlap. Like it.
A modern coach's mindset.
Oh, come on. Good.
Lavia. That's good play. Oh, that's
all right.
Free
now this is what I like too. I've learned free kicks, for me at least, are tough on this. I know I got a good free kick here. Probably Cole Palmer, right? Yep, Cole Palmer. But watch this.
He could tee it up for someone else, but something tells me he'll have a go.
Oh, I didn't play around him. Man, I've scored on that so many times, but I gotta remember it doesn't play any angles. Good cancel. Good hit. Come on.
In he goes again.
Oh, Neto.
Oh, and they really should have been made to pay.
In case you guys didn't know. But all my headers kind of do that. I guess I need a header guy, but Haaland's good at heading, there's no doubt.
Oh, he's through the middle. And he's certainly onside here.
I'm trying to mark here, trying to mark here.
He's gone down, but the referee just tells him to get back up again.
Trying to mark here. That should have been a goal too, because I didn't close fast enough. With the OP shut closing down on defense. that you're allowed to do is crazy. Go, you're in. Go. Come on, Neto. Come on, Neto. Come on, Neto. Come on, Neto. Fudge, sickles and gravy.
Skill to be able to hold the ball up like that until support arrives a little sooner, and just maybe there he overdid it slightly and should have released it because the support was arriving quickly.
He steps in, and that's the end of that.
Call players too. Why can't I call players too? If they could just add something like that, a little player lock, a little. I know they're like the whole skill isn't like the AI part because it's like a mobile game first. Like I've heard that, I get it.
Now someone's got to up the quality and set an example.
That's kind of a tall order by me anyway.
There will be 1 minute.
I'd love to see the players that have like momentum like what does momentum passing do, I wonder? Like as you connect more passes, your passes get better. For some reason that's why I think it is. Flick it on.
That has sent him sprawling. And the referee brings the first half to a close. Well, perhaps not full of thrills.
Let's see what this guy's all about.
A game which has been of a very high level.
Didn't even look at this.
As both teams walk off.
So he's got Darwin, Zoboslai. Zoboslai is a winger.
At the break.
I like Zoboslai in the middle. I'd switch Foden, even though Foden's better on the right, cutting in. He's got Salah.
Regular rivals, high intensity, high in passion.
It's kind of interesting.
Tough game for the officials to this point, but that is unlikely to change.
So a very similar setup to me. So let me see if I can break this
we're still where
open.
We started. 0-0.
Do I have any like attacking? Oh, Odegaard. Nope. Oh, and Nkunku though. All right, here's what I'm gonna go for. Nkunku. Okay, so what we do then is we're going to go in the attack. Player details, change to attacking mid. This is how we're going to do this. Get these diamonds going, play you almost in the hole. Oh! Holy shit, that was quick. Let me show you what I'm going to do. I'm going to pause it. Hold on, pause. Okay. Game plan. Okay, good. It saved it here at least. Okay. So, create this sort of diamond. Push Holland up now instead of flicking it on.
Substitutions taking place.
Who's my winger that I could put in there? None. That sucks. Alright, we're gonna have to keep you guys like this. Alright, we're gonna go pretty attacking, but we're gonna do it. Let's see how it works. Let's go after this guy.
And we're underway again.
I wish I could call him to
The
there.
first half brought no goals.
One in that gap. Or one in at least.
Rice. Just
There's that pressure.
off the ball. Well,
There's that infamous pressure. A little late on the speed burst there, too.
A great deal of the ball.
I have him with 99 dribbling in FC, and he's amazing, but his finishing's a little off. Plus, I got Hullet's prime, and Hullet, unless the servers are doing terrible, is just too good. What the? I try to get rid of it. That's a goal every time. I don't know how I say it. I tried to get rid of it. I couldn't. Little tackle back action.
A few high fives. Probably feels he could have been better protected.
Yeah, it's just a whole different ball game, man. This freaking get up. Gotta get up.
Decent enough try.
Freddy, what was that, Freddy? Flick on. This is how I lost that last league game, by the way. Totally dominated my opponent the whole time.
The opposition have been handcuffed.
And here's Haaland.
Good way to hold him off. Good.
Oh, that was expansive and incisive. The type of move to
usually a
please
foul
any
right
coach.
there. Would have been nice to get a penalty kick.
Chelsea different to some extent this half. Details of the changes to come soon.
Well, I think this is probably a good time, Peter, to make ambitious change.
Good Van Dijk, so good, I'm telling you.
Caicedo.
Good Caicedo. Oh yeah, good. Come two.
Well, into the second half, and it's still goalless. Nkunku goes on a run down the left wing. Intercepts the throw, that's well read. He could be in here. Foden making good progress on the right-hand side. Odegaard.
Good, come on.
The attendance for this match was 60,179.
He's got away. That is lovely. That's an errant pass.
There's no individuality
Mohamed
on
Salah.
attack. Just no ability to
Played
create
right into his
individuality.
path. That is a brilliant interception. It is still anyone's game, 0-0. Out for a throw.
That's the eFootball problem in my book.
Palmer. Front-footed pressing going on here. Chelsea do have options available on the bench if they want to go that way.
Well, the manager's got
You're
a
open.
decision to make
Good
here,
ball.
whether he's happy to...
Nkunku! Saka
Come on, you gotta win
clears
this.
it
Come on,
away.
Pedro. Pedro's non-existent in the air.
Gets a good foot in there.
I knew that was coming.
Saka running with the ball.
Good. Good Caicedo.
Great defending,
Well, that
strong and
sucked.
determined. And
Another
Dijk did
not
just
good
about
in,
enough to come
well,
out on top there. Neither party
Not
overly
good.
willing to compromise.
What the fudge happened there? Oh, I tried to
Nkunku.
quickly do a turn and
Caicedo calmly
through.
anticipates.
good. There's an
Sure,
angle it
runners in the
played.
space, as long as the space left
Oh,
behind
that wasn't good.
is filled.
I thought I could give that little bend turn.
Chelsea making another change here.
Well, I think he'll undoubtedly add more movement and fluidity in the final
Come on,
third
Hal,
with
go.
his passing range.
Chelsea have now used up all but one of their substitution windows.
You're through again.
Oh, good
Come
read.
to
He
it,
read that
Saka.
really well and stopped it. A lot of space here, a real opportunity. Well, they deserve an awful lot of credit for their commitment to the cause, but it's a goal credit that would be most welcome now.
Good.
Foot in.
Come to.
Oh,
I
nicely
did the super
intercepted.
cancel and tried to pull him too for about 5 seconds. It wouldn't let me.
Good play on the left-hand side here.
If I
That's
can
a
make a
nicely
play from
measured
2, I'd be
pass.
set. I'm going to kick. Come on, get him. Before his team gets back. Good. Flick on wide. Good. Pull it back. Give and go.
Caicedo. Rice
OP
tearing
stupid
after the
pressure
ball
thing that
here.
makes no sense to real life.
And he was quick to react.
This dude has no sense of football.
Pinches it off him.
And somehow he's able
Rice
to win that.
spots it and intercepts.
Through.
Bit of a communication breakdown there, it seems.
Good. Come to. Feet.
Rice.
Good.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Good. Good overlap.
It's Saka.
Saka. Boom.
Nkunku.
Oh, ah.
Well, both
Make the
sides
fucking
will
run,
have to
and then I
settle for a
excuse my
draw
language.
here,
Make the
although
fucking
there's still
run,
a
and then I
chance
can
for
play that
one
ball.
last
Now
flick.
this Joker.
Foden!
Such a joke of a goddamn game, guys. Such a joke of a game. Zero skill whatsoever.
What about the pass,
Probably shouldn't have
Peter?
pulled
It
my
was
goalie
played
there,
so
but this is the name of the
intelligently,
game.
and
Just
he
the
picked
whole
out the
game I'm
perfect
trying to
target.
do, play football. And instead, literally because of a stupid overpowered ability to hold the X button down, right, I was trying to hold the ball with
There's
Nkunku
still a bit left
to make
in
a
it,
run,
Peter, but they
right,
should find
because
it
I can't make
necessary
my
to
players
avoid
make
a
them, so I have to
slip-up
wait
now.
for them, and he gets this fucking bullshit, you know, so it is what it is. I'm headed to FC. I'm not saying you guys can't say, oh, well, I like the game because, you know, I like the ability to sprint at players defensively, or whatever I like the ability. But I just wanted to show you, like, I can play. And if you want to like call me out on it, on calling this game bullshit, all you have to do is go back and look at this whole entire game. Look at the way I played. Look at the way my opponent played. If there's anywhere where I wasn't trying to like look for the overlap, look for the up, back, and throughs, right? Look for proper ways to like play football, then my opponent was, then call me out on it. But what you're going to see is all he did the entire time was go right down the middle. X, 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 X. I intercepted everything. Tried to play good football, no matter how much it was frustrating that my players were all run away, wouldn't make runs. Kept trying to play football, and then that's what we ended up with. So, I don't know. It's just these players have this ability to get that final pass, and I just don't have it. I don't have that eFOOTBALL ability to do. Obviously, 3 of his shots, besides his 1 shot on goal, just like me, were that after I led up the goal, right? So let's remember that. But basically, 1 shot to 1 shot the entire game. And if you go back and look, it was just, if he intercepted it, he was like X, 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 X up the field, or triangle, triangle, triangle up the field. Literally, no matter what I tried to do, it just, you can't really change them. So, if you're interested to see what I mean, I'm headed over to stream FC25. It's just a far superior game. I'm not saying that there's not the challenge of wanting to be good at this game, like, the niche amount of players that play it and stuff like that. Like the Galfanos and other players. And I do see there's kind of this nostalgic, like I said, the throwback 05, 06, these crests bring back that version when that was like the best ever football game in the history of football games. Konami's PES 05, 06. So there's that nostalgic thing. You got like kind of the 1980s menu, like this throwback. You know what I mean? If I had unlimited money, this would be amazing. I'd go after Figo and Renault and all these guys, but I can't be asked to put even another $1, and it cost me $50 to get Maldini. So anyway, I'm gonna head over there. That's my 2 cents on it. The new season starts soon. I just gotta decide. I might do what Nick Runs a Foot Market does, where like once a year, twice a year, compared to all the times he streams, it's like it feels like that. He'll like throw eFOOTBALL on when the servers are bad or something. I'm probably going for that route. I thought about it hard, like trying to commit to this, but I don't know, man. It's just not a good enough game, dude. It's just not. There's no way. It's too much ability to look ugly, if you will, in my opinion. So again, I'm gonna stream FC. If you hate FC, or maybe you weren't that skilled at it, or who knows what it is, but watch my stream if you want to be open-minded, and you tell me if I'm wrong when you see the difference in play. Or if you can't watch now, watch this and then watch one of my older videos, or my FC stream later. But tell me if I'm right or wrong in the comments. I just want to show the difference in fluidity and stuff like that. But anyway, with that being said, eFOOTBALL is still fun at times. I'll be in and out, I think this is truly why there's a lack of mainstream followers of this game. Outside of, you got a bunch in the Middle East and stuff like that, but that's my 2 cents on it. So, but we'll see where it goes. I'm excited to kind of see this start of this new phase too, and how this signing goes, and what that generates, because I know it's like only like the second time they've given a player an objective. So I'll still be following along for sure. And we'll see. I'll play from time to time, but I got to go get some football where I can put my actual skill and my own runs, my own stuff into it. So until next time, please smash subscribe if you haven't already. Please smash like, and I will catch you later. Peace.